Hi everyone, meet again with movie recap here. Before I continue to review the film this time, it's better to prepare your snacks first, and if you are done, please directly subscribe this channel to support me making a video. This time we're going to talk about a movie called Flawless. Flawless is a film about a robbery at the world's largest diamond company, committed by a sweeper. The film stars Michael Caine alongside Demi and was directed by Michael Pearce and Mark Williams, which was released in 2007.
So what kind of trick did this sweeper manage to rob all the diamonds without a trace?
Let's start the story. It started when a newspaper reporter named Cassie J came to a restaurant to meet a middle-aged woman named Laura Quinn.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Cassie J, I'm a features editor at the paper.
Cassie asked her to tell her story while working at London Diamond, the world's largest diamond company. Laura showed me a rare diamond that she stole from the London Diamond, then she told her story in 1960.
You know, I haven't set foot in this city as a free woman in over 40 years.
Laura was seen leaving in the morning to work at the London Diamond. When all the other workers arrived, a company confidant named Eaton took raw diamonds from the safe to work with. Then the director of London Diamond named Milton with his son Ollie came. While in front of the company, many Londoners are protesting about the number of people who died because of diamonds. However, Milton did not respond. Then after the London Diamond officials gathered, Milton talked about the number of people who died. Milton told them to find a solution to make things right.
Milton said that the new manager's post was given to Peter Bolland. They gave a round of applause while congratulating him on the man.
Moving to Laura, she was reflecting because the manager's position was not for her. In fact, she has worked hard to get it. Furthermore, Laura saw the letter on her desk. But after opening it, Laura immediately tore it up and made a new letter that was placed on her desk.
Female managing directors, 0.
After that, Laura continued to work even though all the workers had returned home. There, an office boy named Hobbs was cleaning the floor. When he saw Laura, who was still working, Hobbs spoke jokingly to cheer her on.
He who is last shall be first, and he who is first shall be last.
The next day, Laura instead proposed to extend the contract with Russian in secret, because Russian choose diamonds at a high price. Her colleagues agreed, and Milton also seemed to agree. After Laura came out, it turned out that she met a friend named Harold. Harold offers Laura to work at his company and gives her a business card. The next day, Laura returned to work and found a reply to a letter in her that read the hour of meeting at the cinema. Out of curiosity, Laura went to the cinema to meet the person who replied to her letter. It turned out that the person who replied to the letter was Hobbs. Hobbs invited her to sit down and told her that Laura would be fired because of her proposal about a contract with a Russian, but Laura did not trust him.
How do you know about that? How do you know all of my business? You know, this has been illuminating, but I really am very, very busy.
The next day, Laura confirmed Hobbs's words in the room of a secretary named Penelope. After looking at his notes, it turned out that he found his dismissal letter from the company. Laura thought about it and she saw about the business card that Harold was given. Laura immediately met Harold at the restaurant to accept his offer, but Harold cannot give a job anymore because Laura has damaged cooperation London Diamond with Russian.
Stupid nerves.
That night, Laura thought about the dismissal until she dreamed of being caught stealing a diamond. After that, Laura approached Hobbs, who were at the dog race.
He told me about the truth of his dismissal.
And Laura suspects that Hobbs want to rob there. Hobbs said, I already have a plan.
What I propose involves the least possible risk.
Hobbs took Laura to his house and explained about the planned diamond robbery. He was convinced that he had worked there for 16 years. However,
Laura said that the safe code is always changed once every 2 weeks.
Hobbs told her that he had found the code under Milton's desk.
For 16 years, I've been working within a hair's breadth.
Hobbs shows the notice paper of the party at Milton Men's house. He told Laura to attend the party and enter the Milton room, because the safe code must have been there.
As for taking diamond, Hobbs shows a place of drink that can hold enough diamonds to make them rich.
What's the price of revenge?
The evening was an event at Milton's house. Laura also came to the party. Laura secretly enters Milton's room. She intends to find the code that Hobbs says, but she didn't find it. Suddenly Milton comes in. Luckily Laura quickly hides. From above Laura saw Milton open a safe. When Milton left, Laura opened the safe and she got the diamond safe code there. The next day, Hobbs put flowers on his wife's grave. After that he returned to work and Laura gave the code to run. Suddenly when she returned, Laura saw many security cameras had been installed. Laura went straight to the Hobbs in the suburban bar. She told Hobbs to cancel the plan because the company had installed many cameras. Here, Hobbs doesn't want to cancel the plan because he already knows that Laura has other plans. Laura said that there are 8 cameras installed and that works a total of only 4. The camera changes every 60 seconds. Hobbs said he could do it and Laura had to help him by clocking the clock.
The moment you're in the vault corridor, I'll call the guard station. That should buy you at least 30 more seconds.
In the evening after all the workers came home, Hobbs acted by cleaning all floors. After finding out the camera had moved, Hobbs immediately opened the safe. When the camera moves again, Hobbs actually caught on camera. But because Laura quickly contacted the monitor room, the guard's attention was distracted and he did not see Hobbs. And after that, Hobbs managed to get into the diamond room. After a while, Hobbs came out undetected. The next day, Laura waited for Hobbs at the back exit, but when he came out the guards called him because there was a clogged toilet.
Yeah. Mr. Lewis, I'm afraid. God knows what that man ingests.
Then Laura entered the office looking at Hobbs who was carrying a bottle of drink. Moving to Hobbs, when at home he throws away his drink. He continued to drink wine while staring at a photo of his wife. Then where do Hobbs keep the stolen diamonds? In the bottle there is only coffee. And it's still a mystery. Back at the office, all the diamond workers went home except the higher-ups. When Laura came out, she saw Jameson very panicked while looking for Milton. Then Eden took Laura to the safe. She was surprised because all the diamonds there were drained without any leftovers. Sinclair and his agent Finch come to the office to investigate the disappearance of all the diamonds. Eden told them about the safety of the safe until he guaranteed no one could penetrate it. 2 tons of diamonds are gone and it is impossible for the culprit to do it alone. As all the dignitaries gathered, Milton told me that the matter should not be known by journalists and the police. They're going to take care of this personally. Sinclair introduced investigator Finch to the higher UPS office. Finch promises to find all the missing diamonds. Finch asks for all the night staff to be gathered for questioning.
Morning, everyone. Please, there is no need to panic.
While Laura approaches Hobbs because she doesn't expect all the diamonds to be gone, and Finch saw them talking there. After that, Laura went straight to continue the work. Laura continued to meet the Hobbs. Laura wanted to know where all the diamonds were stored. Hobbs doesn't want to tell her because when the time is right then Laura will get that. Hobbs told her to stay calm so that the situation could be brought under control.
Discuss. Keep to your routine and we'll talk again.
Furthermore, the higher-ups gathered, and Boyle gave a letter to defend his client named Sinclair. Then Boyle got a phone from his room. He returned with a package. After that he left immediately.
Is there anything further?
When Milton opened it, it turned out that the package contained a rare diamond that had been stolen.
Get Sinclair back. Now.
Moving on to Laura, while she was thinking about the matter, Finch arrived. He asked Laura a few questions. Laura can answer that, but Finch feels that she looks very nervous. Before Finch came out asking about Hobbs, Laura said that she only asked for a radiator repair.
Yes, I've been having problems with my radiator.
Then Laura approached Jansen to tell Finch that he would help the investigation. Moving to Sinclair, he reimbursed all losses with £5 million at the beginning. Milton refused because the money couldn't replace the diamond. If you can't supply diamonds, a disaster will happen.
That is your problem, not mine.
Finch and Laura came in. Finch explained that the perpetrator was an insider. The offender took the code in Milton's room while on the party,
and Finch had sent a team to search for any fingerprints that could be found. Sinclair and Finch conclude the robbery was politically motivated and the temporary suspect was Milton's son Ollie. Milton does not accept that if his son is accused, he instead threatens Sinclair will take everything he has and destroy it without any leftovers.
And then I will piss on your fucking grave. We've paid you inordinate sums of money for your security.
Next, Laura was looking for diamonds by looking at the hallways of the office. Then Finch came. He asked for the fingerprints of everyone who came to the party, including Laura.
Really nothing to worry about. It's simply to rule you out conclusively from our investigations.
Finch discovers that Laura's fingerprints are exactly the same as those in Milton's house. Finch also sees photos at dog races while she's with Hobbs. While Laura was checking the Hobbs locker, she was confused that Hobbs was hiding all the diamond.
I'm telling you, we have no more time.
Moving to Sinclair, Gottfried said if he continued to blame Ollie then there would be bloodshed. On the other hand, Milton had his two right-hand men to tell all the higher-ups involved to pay all losses. Otherwise, Milton would destroy them all his entire life. Sinclair contacted the magazine's office to inform them about the robbery. A moment later, Milton's subordinates told him that there were many reporters in front of the office. Milton's two right-hand men opened the door and there were many reporters asking about the diamond heist. Milton came down with a cup of drink and suddenly he fell to death. Moving to Finch, he invites Laura for a drink at a bar. Upon arrival at the bar, he immediately accused her and asked how to move all the diamonds undetected. But Laura said she was not the perpetrator of the robbery. Interrupted by their conversation, Finch is told that there is a problem. News of the diamond robbery leaked to reporters and Milton had died of a heart attack. When Finch goes, Laura goes straight into the toilet in a panic. She accidentally dropped the diamond into the pipe. Luckily, Laura was able to take back her diamond. There she realized that Hobbs could have stored all the diamonds under the drain. And Laura entered the pipeline. There she meets Hobbs carrying guns. Laura tries to escape but he falls in the pipeline.
You know, you remind me so much of my wife.
This is where Hobbs begins to tell him why he robbed her, because he wants to avenge his wife against Sinclair. At that time his wife had a chance to recover from cancer. But the insurance company that Sinclair led, his wife late to the hospital because she waited her turn. Eventually his wife died and now Hobbs have managed to destroy Sinclair to make him kill himself.
We'll never, ever get the money back. It's for...
Hobbs also recounted the moment he took all the diamonds he put in the trash and dumped them in the drains. And about the diamond delivery package was not a message. The diamond was stuck in the toilet because too big. And now that his revenge had been fulfilled, Hobbs immediately left without taking the diamond. Afterwards, Laura saw a pile of diamonds being thrown into the pipeline. Laura tells all the higher-ups that all the diamonds have been found, so she doesn't become a robbery suspect. Finch immediately approached Laura and said that the fingerprints he found in Milton's room were just a cover and he thanked her for finding the diamond even though he didn't get paid.
Goodbye, Miss Quinn.
Luckily Laura got a big diamond without anyone knowing it. After his father's death, Ollie took over the London Diamond Company. Ollie shows the safe to all the reporters and says that the news of the robbery is just a myth. After all, the company's higher-ups were convinced that Hobbs carried out the robbery alone and they couldn't find him. A month later, Laura resigned from the company. Then she told Cassie that she had received a letter from the bank that there was a deposit on her holdings worth £100 million. She believes it was Hobbs who did it. Laura then gave her story to Cassie, so she was inspired by the book. Laura spends her $100 million helping poor people, except one large diamond which is still stored. Then Laura went from there with freedom in her life, because there are many benefits that she gets from her story. And the movie ended. Okay, that's the storyline of the Flawless movie. Don't forget to like and share. Subscribe too if you haven't. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.